Well, President Muhammadu Buhari will receive his presidential nomination form for the 2019 election from the All Progressives Congress, the APC, today. Presidency sources say the nomination form was delivered to the president at the new banquet hall, Presidential Villa, Abuja. A group under the auspices of the National Consolidation Ambassadors Network, NCAN, last week bought the APC expression of interest and nomination form for the president for next year's election at the cost of 45 million naira. Now, the national coordinator of the group, Sanusi Musa, last week made presentation of the check to the national leadership of the party at the party's national secretariat. And for more on this, we have with us in the studio a public affairs analyst, Yemi Saka. I beg your pardon. Thank you for joining us.
I know you call it still nice. It's nice to be here.
Well, will this gift be seen as the ultimate Trojan horse for the president, being that it contravenes the Electoral Act?
Yeah, and not just the Electoral Act. If you probably want to be technical with it, it contravenes the Code of Conduct for Public Officers, the Constitution, that's the fifth schedule, where you should not put, a public officer should not put himself in a position when his personal interest conflicts with his functions and duties as a public officer. You ask, well, let's go back in history. We knew of a TAN, Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria, that did so well for Jonathan. They had a face. It was a sustained campaign. You could say this is a fine Uber, this is where it's coming from, you know, his business interest. But this NAC ban or what have you, they just sprung into life under 48 hours. And you ask yourself, the man that prized himself so much as a man of honor and integrity, collecting or being a beneficiary or recipient of such a gift is curious, and it calls for condemnation.
How do you mean taking such a gift? The president already told Nigerians that they would love to run for a second term. He probably doesn't have that amount of money. And then a group of people, yes, he also said that. Yeah, and then a group of people, you know, gave him a gift of nomination and expression of interest. I mean, if you were in his shoes, would you have rejected it?
I've never said I'm a man of integrity, so I will take it as a politician. So that is me. But let's get it straight. If somebody says he doesn't have the money to contest, probably God asking some people's prayer. Then why is some people working against God to some people? The guy says he doesn't have the money. Let him go back home, relax. And some people that have the money, let them buy the phones and pick it up.
Do you have an issue with that amount of money? Already, the APC has debunked the position of the opposition, quoting Section 91, subsection 9 of the Electoral Act, that no single individual or a group of people can give more than £1 million naira to a political candidate. Their position is that the president is not a candidate yet. He is an aspirant. But what do you make of this amount of money, so to speak?
It's outrageous. And in fact, if you want to get petty, some booklets or a bunch of sheets of paper you bought some 4 years ago for 20-something million, you're buying it for 45 million, and now shows that there's inflation in town. So it's even an indictment on the government, because what about the change? But now let's get political and realistic here. The APC nomination ticket or expression of interest form will be more expensive than that of PDP or any other party, because it's the party in power. And the way our politics is structured, I think your surest bet into office is the party in power. Then secondly, if you want to look at it from another perspective, APC needs to charge so much to have a large war chest to prosecute elections, because they are not that popular like they were in 2015.
According to you?
Yes, my perception. So that's my own opinion about it.
But why have political parties, APC, PDP, raised the bar so much so that presidents and governors are telling us they cannot afford to buy these forms on their own?
I probably would. I don't buy that. The president can be excused because it's not the first time he's telling us such stories. Yes. It can be excused. We are used to him telling us such. But the other guys telling us that they don't have it, I find, you know, you don't pee on my face and tell me it's raining. It's like an insult to our collective intelligence. We know how much flows in the system. Even the security vote that cannot be accounted for, or it's not, even whatever you do with it, it's not impeachable, it's not, can't be timed as gross misconduct. It's there for you. Your salaries and extra codes is there. So anybody telling me 20 million naira, 3 years in office in Nigeria, with the kind of salaries they draw, it's just been insincere. You know,
if the president takes this gift by the group, he is liable for punishment.
We are now, well, Nigeria over time has been a country that our value system has been corrosive and, you know, flawed. People don't get punished. And if I'm in this administration, you see a lot of people doing a lot of things and getting away with it. It probably just be a slap on the wrist. So he probably will not get punished. The commander-in-chief, you probably will wait till when he leaves office and his immunity is off.
Does this not also speak of the president's popularity? Because apart from the NCAN reported earlier, another group in the Northeast has also shown interest in buying the same ticket for Mr. President.
Is it? Well, the excited supporters could want to like pledge their loyalty or express their fondness or appreciation or love for Mr. President anyhow they deem fit. I can't blame them. It's their right. But I think I'll probably push this to the unintelligence, corrosive unintelligence on the part of the National Working Committee of the APC. There are other ways to go about this thing without this drama. But like I said, unintelligence and arrogance. Because you can, as well as the National Working Committee, say, we love this man so much, he's doing so well, is our surest bet to reclaim or retain the presidency. We're giving him this ticket. Members of the National Working Committee are contributing to get him the ticket. You could say, okay, all governors on the platform of APC are contributing to get him the ticket. Things like that will fly. Things like that will be bought even by your greatest critic. But not just come up under 48 hours or some hours with a group that has such a large resources.
You keep saying 48 hours. Let me read a quote here from Sanusi Musa, who's the national coordinator of that particular group. He says, we are members of NCAN. Our resolve since our formation a year ago is primarily to ensure that President Buhari seeks another term. And it goes on and on like that. Are you saying there's a need to vet the integrity of such groups that spring up a year before election? It's not 24 hours,
it's a normal thing that our elections or campaign gets so informal. In fact, I took a tour to CAC website, search and everything. I even tried looking up for TAN. TAN wasn't registered. So, yes, they don't have any corporate status or registration status with CAC. The same thing with this NACBAN, and you keep asking yourself, where did they draw the money from? Which bank are they operating for? Without no registration or no whatsoever, then how were you able to issue a check to APC? Who honors such checks?
We might have to just peg it there for now. Public Affairs Analyst Yemi Saka, thank you very much for joining us.
You're not just a phone call away.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
We'll take a break now and be back with more stories. Stay with us.